kind of what it's looking like here today. Not bad though. Better in here. It's like somebody's jamming out. Bro, stop that shit. They cut me off. So, for me, every day's a new adventure. Go to the fire station, and I come home and I go, should I work on this? Should I work on that? Got a 64 Chevy that I can also go visit. Work on that. So, yeah. I get to play with all different kinds of things. So, pretty fun. Keeps it from getting, you can burn out on something like this probably pretty quick. I don't know that I can so much because I really, really love it, but this can get overwhelming because you start looking at it going, holy shit, this is going to take forever to get this thing back together. But like I've told you guys before, I take each piece at a time and finish it and try to make it, like this thing here. I'll do that piece and do whatever I can, make it really nice, and same with that piece over there. I think that's the piece that's done. It needs to be ground off. Yeah. So that needs to be taken care of. This one still needs to be welded. So yeah, I got lots to do. It's just figuring out what I want to do at the day. So yeah. So what will we do today? I have no idea. I think I showed you guys all this. Oh, apologize for yesterday's video. The whole first part of that video got cut off or erased or something. I don't know what happened. I went to download it and it kind of hiccuped a little bit, and that was it. And I was like, that's it. That's it. So may clean this up and go ahead and just paint the front of this real quick so I can put my bell housing and everything back on. I thought about taking that whole transmission out, cleaning it up real good, but I don't know if I want to do that. I don't want if I go that deep into this. I really like to get this thing back together and get it out of here, which is going to take some work. But this thing's ready. What else? I've got this little guy here that I'm going to do something with. This was my old clutch pushy inner thingy majigger, and this is what I'm going to fabricate a new one of these out of. So may do that today, may not. Regardless, I got plenty of stuff to do, so I'll figure it out and bring you back. Alright, so we're going to work on this. I'm just going to do some mindless grinding today. You can see the tools that I've got. This here, Russ, Double R Restorations, turned me on to this, and this thing is fantastic. I think it comes in a 5-pack, so these are going to last me forever. Made by Medallion, Norton. It's badass, no doubt about it. It takes this stuff right on off. You can see some of these welds are really, really flat. That's really what you want, because then you don't have so much grinding. When they get fatter and fatter, then it just takes more to get them off. But if you got to get them off, this is the tool to use. But I use multiple tools. You can see here I've got it's probably 50 grit. It may be 36 grit, but no, that's 50 grit. Then I got 80 grit here. And then I got this bad boy. I love, love, love this. This may be my new favorite tool in the whole world. I love it. It's made by Clutch, if you're curious. I don't get paid by them or none of that shit. So, oh, I had a question yesterday on or a couple weeks back, actually, or days back. I don't know. I lose time. Wanting to know about my system here. So here's my upper gauge for the guy that wanted to know, if you still watch my videos. Back here is what bleeds off. It's got a little pop off deal back here, and it just sits and bleeds off until it bleeds that down, and you just see the water run out of there. So basically this runs up to like 175, and then that thing right there sits and bleeds off until this is all the way empty, and as soon as it hits empty, it just automatically drains the water, which I need a better catch than that, but whatever, it works, it evaporates. But that's my system. I still stand beside this thing. You can see back here I've got the condenser, and this is amazing how well this thing works. I just can't, I mean, I've been using this for years and years and years. Literally, and you see my piping, I show this a bunch, but anyway, I'll go over it real quick again. Real quick. Runs over, I've got some, drains here. And then this right here is my tattletale. This right here never, ever gets any condensation, water, bubbles, anything, ever. Okay, so then coming into here, you can see I've got kind of a mess here. But that's the way I roll. This filter here is one of those toilet paper filters. And let's see if I remember how to take this off. A long time. So I'm taking this off. There it goes. So let's take a look at this toilet paper filter. This is the only one I've ever bought, and I want to say I bought it probably 3 to 5 years ago. Like I said, I don't remember time. Just too much for me to have to think about what day's what, all that kind of stuff. I may have to sit you down for a second, because as you guys know, working one-handed is not all that fun. Okay, so here you go. We're talking brand new. No, nothing. I mean, it's not even dirty. It's beautiful. And so it goes through here, and then it comes into this desiccant, which I never have to buy anything for because I never get any water in my system. And it's all because of that condenser. I just can't tell. I mean, if you don't want to listen, don't listen. Fine. But you can go buy all these separators and go through filters and pay tons and shit tons of money to replace this filter and all this desiccant and all that stuff. Or you can spend, $100 or whatever it's going to cost you to put one of those dryer setups. And it's just a car condenser. So, and it's amazing. Never get any moisture. Gonna make your tools last longer. Gonna make your paint jobs come out nice. Like I said, you can see the condensation in here. Never gets that far, ever. And yeah, this is just off the internet. Universal car condenser. I don't have the numbers for that or whatever. You can see I just put it on the cage here and put some rubber in between it so it don't rattle and all that kind of stuff, if that shows that. But anyway, yeah, telling you, if you don't have one, get one. If you don't get one, it's not my fault. If you sit and spend all your money on filters and all the desiccant beads that are going to turn all different colors on you. These canisters right here to refill that thing are pretty expensive. And yeah, I never have to buy them. So that one I took out before I ever put that system in there, and I'm not even sure that one's bad, but it tells you when the little deal starts turning colors that you're supposed to start changing it. But up to this point, this thing right here is always perfectly clean, never wet, nothing. Like I said, it has to come down through there, down through here, over through here, into this, over, up, and through all this before it gets to my paint. So, oh yeah, I got me a new gun too. I got me another Iwata. I love these. AZ3, this is a 1.3 tip. I've got another one that's got a 3.0 tip and a 1.8 for primer. This, as you can see, looks pink. And my wife spray tans. So, yeah, I get to bring my wife in here, strip her down naked, and paint her. Awesome practice. And I get to see my wife naked, which is awesome. So, can't beat that. she was having my daughter come over and do it with some kind of hokey setup, and I was like, man, I could do that way better with a paint gun. The gun she had wasn't adjustable at all. You got what you got. There was no fan pattern. There was nothing. I'm like, I can get something and it's just, you know, this is just stain basically, or whatever it is. But yeah, you guys paint and your wife likes spray tan because that's all the craze right now. And the good thing for me is if the craze ever goes away, I still have a badass paint gun. So all I got to do is, you know, start using it for whatever. 1.3 tip, I can use it for sealers, whatever. You know, I can use it with my SPI epoxy. This gun costs about 115 bucks. The one I had before was a Harbor Freight that I was shooting her with, and it finally rusted out because the internals weren't stainless steel. So if you're going to get a gun that shoots water type stuff through it, you probably want stainless steel internals. Just my 2 cents. Anyway, so beside that squirrel, so normally what I do on these, and this is basic stuff, but I just knock the big off that, hit it with 50, then hit it with 80, then I'm done. That thing I'm only going to use if I can't get inside, like back under here or something like that, you know, can't get to it. But if you don't have one of those, drop what you're doing, go to the store now and get one, because it's phenomenal. So that's it. I'm going to get to work. Well, that sucks. That'll stop your progress. I mean, I can keep going until my air completely runs out, but my compressor's going to be shut off because the power just shut the fuck off. So, now what do we do? Shit. Guess we go call the electric company and go, hey, why did my power just shut off? Pretty sure I paid my bill. So, we'll see what happens. But yeah, piss up a rope. Alright, I'll bring you back if I get any more done. Otherwise, that sucks. See ya. Alright, let me fill this in real quick. I went back and filled any little pinholes in, I had 5 or 6, I'll show you here in a second. I'm going to keep talking so I can talk over my music because I don't want to turn it off right now because I want it. So, in order to keep from getting in trouble, I'm going to keep labbing until I start welding. So, I'll show you how to fill this in without a backer and you'll see. Listen to it, the pattern of the bacon or whatever you want to call it. there you go. Just a series of little jit until you get it, you know, grind that down real quick, done deal. So that's how you do that to keep from just blowing a bigger hole. See what I got there, if it'll focus in. Just kind of, and I went from in a U shape, just built up the weld all the way out and then rounded it off. Yeah, a little spot here, a little spot there, a little spot there, a little spot there. That keeps me from having to wipe this thing with fiberglass. See, I don't have any pinholes, so I just filled them back in with weld. When I made my video before on welding sheet metal, I was like, well, you're going to rub fiberglass on it? Well, I don't believe that anymore. If you do your metal right, you do your welds right, you're not going to have to fill all this crap full of fiberglass. That's just my opinion. But yeah, this will be good. I'll smooth this off, and then all I got to do then is spray some epoxy on it. Done. No more sanding fiberglass, all that crap. Alright, this side of the rocker you'll see. You can see the penetration that came through. Now this is where I want to get it nice. Again, I'm not going to use any fiberglass, but I probably will put maybe just a skim coated filler on it, because anytime you weld like this, it's going to shrink it in just a little bit. So depending on how perfectly straight I want this, now from the factory they had the pinch welds obviously, so they were indented a little bit anyway, but we'll see how this turns out. If it turns out nice, then I won't even have to mess with it. I'll just spray epoxy on it and be done. But yeah, if any of these little dots have shrunk in at all, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll play it by ear. All right. Again, this is 80 grit. Got these two different sizes. I use this on the same deal. These are made by Merit, and they're called Power Lock. If you guys are interested. But these are super cute, and you can get right down in. Cuteness is the important part. Whether they work or not, that don't make shit. But the cuteness. So anyway, you get down in these little areas like this, it's going to work real well for me. All right, let me get this going because. Oh yeah, and this is Get Shit Done music in case you're wondering. Yeah, you listen to this, you're going to get shit done. Either that or you run your head through a wall, one or the other. I'm going to quite cut it for me. Cute as they are, I'm going to have to switch back over if I can get in there a little better with this. And you know what's coming next? Alright, it made me do it. you don't want too much penetration because if you start running it, shoot off. Trying to get to focus on what I want it to focus on, but there you go. Hopefully that'll focus in on that. These are my lineup pins where I figure out where I was at on my car. That's why I didn't fill those back in. That would suck. So yeah, it turned out nice. I don't think I have to do much to that at all. Put some epoxy on it and be good to go. Alright, that's it. Alright, there it is. And so what I'm going to do now is protect all the bare steel. So I'm going to put some epoxy on it and show you guys a little trick that you can use, and it works pretty dang well. And ultimately what you're doing here is you're just protecting the metal while it sits, because it's going to sit for who knows how long before you finally get it all body worked up and everything. So the steel, you don't want it to flash rust, especially if you live in a humid area. So it's good to put something on it. Well, epoxy, just prep the metal like you're going to, and then put your epoxy down, and then you don't have to worry about it anymore. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'll take you along as I show you how I'm going to do this. Alright, see you. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. Mix up my epoxy. I don't want to get the spray gun out and get the overspray all over everything, have to cover everything and do all that, so I got a foam roller. This is super smooth foam roller. What we're going to do is we're just going to roll this stuff out. Again, just to protect the metal, but once it's on there, and you can sand it and just like you would anything else. I already talked to SBI about this. You can brush it on, you can roll it on, you can spray it on. It doesn't matter. It still works the same way. You might get a little bit more texture, but still, you're gonna sand it, so it doesn't really matter. And the texture is like minimal. You'll see. So yeah, get after here. I'm gonna try to get some on the edge here because I'm gonna roll up inside this. Try to anyway. Inside here. Doesn't really matter. Gotta get it all on here anyway. Get it all. Roll. I'll have to put a couple coats on this.
if I flip that over and get up inside there with the brush and those areas. Maybe it might cover it. So I've masked this off because this area will get welded to still. I've got to weld this to the floor. So that will get a strip of weld through primer. So I don't want to get any up here. That's why I take that off. And literally all I need to do is ultimately put one coat on this. I really don't need multiple coats. Unless I decide, which if I never take it back off, once it's in here, once it's welded together, probably want to go ahead and put multiple coats on it. So I mixed up enough that I will go ahead and put several coats on it. I'll use the same 30-minute window, that what you do when you spray it. That's it. So, it's almost too long. I'm going to sit down inside here. I don't really want that, but that's what it is. So yeah, once this flashes off, I'll go over it again, put a couple coats on it, and then that'll be good. All these little bubbles and stuff, they'll all go away. It'll lay down decent. So I'll bring you back. Alright, we're waiting for the epoxy to flash off. Went ahead and got this all cleaned up, painted, and pretty. That was a bitch, just so you know. It's like I need to spray. Well, let's just take care of that. I missed a spot. I got this with the ceramic blah blah blah. I don't know if that makes a difference or not, but spray can. Turn my fan on real quick. That'll do it. Oh hell, let's put a little bit more on there. That'll really do it. Anyway, so yeah, I got that painted. It was 50 years of crud. Oh, so bad, so bad. Grease. I cleaned it with diesel. I cleaned it with, you name it. I seriously tried. It was crazy. And you can see under there how bad. And that's been scraped on. I took this scraper here, and you can see it's just 50 years of crap. It's unbelievable. There's a transfer case. And so yeah, all that needs to be clean still with whatever will take that crap off. I mean, literally I had to take that bell housing to the car wash because I don't have which I need to invest in, a power washer. Oh yeah, it's raining outside, or storming. But yeah, what a mess. So got all that clean. I probably need to hit it again with some brake cleaner, some isopropyl alcohol, and then get it all dried up, cleaned up before I put that bell housing, and I'll paint it as well. But I'd like to get the front of the case. I'd actually like to get the whole case done, but man, other than pulling the thing out, which I'm going to have to do eventually anyway, I don't know that I'm not just wasting time doing that. Because eventually this whole thing has to come off the body, the frame, or the body has to come off the frame, and all this will have to be gone through. So I don't know, but I wanted to get this cleaned up because I got tired of getting under it every time I touched something. I just covered in grease, so I decided to go ahead and clean some of it up. All right, I went ahead and put down a second coat. Just rolled it out, pressed down real good. And you can kind of see the peely, but that will lay down. And so, yeah. Actually, that's as good or better than a lot of y'all's spray. So, no, I'm just playing. But yeah, that'll lay down. I know it looks pretty bumpy in the camera, but I assure you that will lay down and look good, which ultimately, again, it doesn't matter because you're going to sand over that anyway, or if you're not, then it doesn't matter because this is inside the panel. You can sand whatever you can see. You're going to go over again with that with paint and whatever else. So this will work fantastic. Trust me. Put the rest of this in a bag, sealed it up. That stuff will last for a couple days probably, so if I want to come back and put another coat or whatever, that should be good to go. So that's going to be it for today, guys. I hope you picked up some little something, maybe what not to do type deal. Alright, anyway, so the battery went dead. It says it was exhausted. Must just wore it out, smooth out today. So yeah, this just ran down a little bit, no big deal. So yeah, this is the very first stage. So you got filler over this, you've got primer over that, you've got paint, whatever all you're going to put on it. So of course these are rockers, so you're not going to get crazy with this like you will the outside of the car, but looks like that was amazing. Drop it in the floor and drop it and it hits your leg. That's good. If I catch it quick enough, but nah. Alright,